What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jalani, and today I'm going to be discussing the 10 of the biggest lessons my 20s taught me. I am now 30 years old. It's been a wild ride. I'm blessed to be here. Blessed to see 30. I'm good today. I'm going to be talking about giving some of the lessons that I wish I would have known when I was 20, when I was 18, when I was 19, and so on. So hopefully this helps somebody. If it does, please let me know in the comments. Share it with somebody, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. So the very first thing, and I think for me as a man, I think is the most important thing, but I think this goes for women too. Kids are one of the biggest lessons my 20s have taught me, and it's like a flip side to it. There's kids. It's my advice if you're 18 or in your early 20s is waiting to have kids until you're 30 or your late 20s, honestly, until you're like financially ready to have kids. Kids are the most beautiful thing in my opinion, you'll ever experience is your own kids, and watch them grow and watch them learn new things and teaching them new things and teaching them valuable lessons, and just watching them grow as a person is like hands down probably, in my opinion, the most beautiful thing the world has to offer. However, not everyone is ready to have kids early in life. I had my first child at 20, and do I regret it? Absolutely not. However, it does make life more challenging. There's so many different variables, like especially in my, like, as I'm speaking from a man's point of view. Say you don't stay with the person you had kids with, your girlfriend, then you have to deal with going to court or splitting time or co-parenting or child support or different things of that nature. So it's just more reason to have a child or children later in life, or not even 30. 30 isn't even later in life. It's if you're 30, you're still relatively young. It's not like you're 40 or 50 or 60 or anything like that. So kids is a big lesson I learned in my 20s, because with me and my daughter, it's been a journey. And like I said, it's been sometimes it's been beautiful and sometimes it's been ugly. And honestly, never because of the child itself, but when things don't go the way you expected them to, it can make your life a lot more challenging. So that's something I wish I knew when I was 20. So yeah, like my advice is having children. If you can be married before you have a child, that's great. That's perfect. And not to say that everyone that gets married ends up staying together or with their families or whatnot. But there's more of a chance if you have spent time in a relationship, say 5, 6 or more years together before you get married. That's a commitment in itself. Then on top of that, getting married. Then on top of that, being married for a few years, then having a child. And honestly, that ends up being your 20s. That could be your 20s and over the span of 10 years and whatnot. So I would definitely recommend that. So yeah, that's something that I wish I knew as a 20-year-old. I feel like that's something that's not really taught. Like, I feel like people don't really teach that kids are beautiful. Yes, love can be beautiful, but it also, the flip side of that is so the opposite. Like, I've spent hours in court over my daughter. I've spent hours traveling just to see my daughter, and I've spent thousands of dollars to pay child support for my daughter. So although I love my relationship with my daughter, I do wish that I would have done it better. I would have made better choices so that she and I can have a better relationship. We have a great relationship, but I think that had I chosen better steps, I would have the ideal or more of an ideal relationship and situation with my daughter. But we make the best of it that we can. You know what I mean? And again, not everyone's built for that. That ends up being why a father is absent or mother, or you know what I mean? So it's like, I hope what I'm saying makes sense. So yeah, if you can, wait till your late 20s or your 30s to start a family. I feel like that just makes the most sense. I do wish that was advice given to me at my young age. I might not have taken it, but it would have. If I did take it, it probably would have helped a little bit. All right, next, number 2 of the 10 biggest lessons my 20s have taught me is friends and family. Again, this is another one where it's like you get a little bit of good here and a little bit of good, a little bit of bad there. Let's start with the bad. Actually, let's start with the good. Friends and family. Friends and family can be great, obvious. It's always great to have friends in your corner. It's always great to have family in your corner. But you will experience the loss of friends and family. Likely, most likely. Like, you might be the rare 10% that keeps all their friends and keeps all their family, but not even talking about death, because I obviously that's super extreme, but your friends, you will lose friends. Either the most ideal way is that they move away. They you guys go your separate ways and you fall off keeping up with each other. There's also the situation or the reality that friends may stab you in the back. You may stab your friends in the back and lose them as a friend as a consequence. And same thing with family. Y'all will have clashes that are irreparable. You know what I mean? So I know that I have lost friends and family. More so friends, though. Like people, I've lost more friends than family. I have lost family or just lost connection with family, which obviously is still surprising. But there are friends that I thought would be the godfather to my children, or be in my weddings, like my wedding one day, or just be around. There are friends that I thought we may have our differences, but I thought we would always still have respect for one another or have love for one another, and that's not the case. You go to high school or you go to middle school, and in high school, like in college, if you go to college, and you're surrounded by all these people, and I feel like, I can only speak for myself, you feel this sense of camaraderie because you're all going through the same things at the time as far as school, and just trying to get through school and just trying to accomplish goals and get good grades and graduate. I feel like most people don't prepare you for how once you turn 18, 19, 20, out of college, 24, 23, 24, whenever you move out of your parents' house, how vastly lonely it can be in comparison to being around so many. Like when I was in high school, you was bumping into kids just because there were so many kids around you. And that's not how life necessarily is. And again, I'm just speaking for myself. So like there have been different phases in my life where I've had multiple friends from work and school and things of that nature, but it can become lonely, especially if you want that. Like I could be friends with different types of people, or I could be friends with anybody, honestly, I think, if I wanted to. But I also value my time, and I also have many goals that a social life would interrupt. So if you're goal driven, you will see a shift in that, whether you're goal driven or not. Because honestly, like I've seen people who are not necessarily goal driven, but they'll lose friends honestly because they're not goal driven. You know what I mean? So anyway, I would just keep that in mind. Nurture your friendships, nurture your families, relationships, so that you have the best out. Because there are some friends I wish I still had, but it just doesn't work out like that. Sometimes people, not everyone, obviously, and this is a bonus one. The golden rule is to treat everyone how you'd like to be treated. Not everyone lives by that golden rule, and that's where conflict happens. That's where people go their separate ways. So again, hoping all this makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. Number 3 of the 10 biggest lessons my 20s taught me: significant other versus a roster. And I think this, for whatever reason, I think in this generation, a lot of people have rosters or are looking to have rosters. And I feel like all I hear lately is that the dating community, or the dating like pool is toxic, and I don't hear great things about it. Either men are doing women dirty or women are doing men dirty. And my biggest thing is that a significant other is more valuable than a roster. It's basically it's quantity over quality. And there have been times in my life where I've wanted a roster, where I've had a roster, where my mindset was just a roster this, roster that. And honestly, I don't know about anybody else, but my mindset was that way because of heartbreak. And here's another bonus one. You will at some point be heartbroken if you haven't already been heartbroken already. But this will always remain true that a significant other is way more important, way more valuable than a roster. And I'm not saying that you can't have a roster, not to say that you can't have a whole phase, not to say that you can't have fun and date and all that good stuff. But if I could give you any advice, it would be to keep that in mind, that a significant other outweighs the roster. To have one person that you could depend on and confide in and have at your side and just figure out life with, and figure out the best ways to go about life's daily problems or obstacles is so much more important than a roster. Like, a roster is really just fun. It's really just based on extracurricular activities and all that good stuff that is physically fun and whatever, maybe mentally fun at times or whatever. But in the long run, a significant other is just what everyone really needs. I guess I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like what majority of us need. Majority of us need just that one person that we can laugh with, that we can joke with, that we can chill with, that we can watch movies with, that we can eat dinner with, that we can enjoy life with, that we can learn new things with. So yeah, that's my advice. Significant other over a roster. Number 4 of the 10 biggest lessons my 20s taught me. College versus no college. I feel like when I was growing up, every teacher, every school told us you gotta do good in school so you can get into a good college, which is true, obviously. But I feel like no one really talks about, in schools at least, that you don't need college. Especially, I just heard Gary Vee say this, that it is insane to be a creative or an entrepreneur and be in debt from college. So yeah, you don't need, especially if you go to college, unless you get 100% scholarship, which again, maybe 10% of people do get, you're going to be paying for college. You're going to be some teachers I know have told me that they are still paying their student loans back. But again, you don't even necessarily have to be a creative. I'm a creative, I'm an artist, and I've been blessed to figure out how to, with only a high school education, figure out how to make a living in different ways. So I've been a tattoo artist, I've been a mural artist, I'm now I've been a mural artist, I am a mural artist, I create coloring books, I'm a podcast, content create, different things of that nature. I'm probably forgetting some things, but that's just if you're a creative. And it's not necessarily easy. If you can draw, that doesn't mean it's easy to make a living. Honestly, it's super hard. A lot of artists will say that it's really hard. But I also wasn't always able to make a living this way. There was times where I was working 9 to 5s. I was a server at different restaurants and whatnot. And that job made it possible for me to support my other passions, like creating music and buying art supplies and different things of that nature. So yeah, and if you can be a construction worker, or if you cook, you can open a restaurant, different things. There's so many different things you could do. Really, in my opinion, college is, unless you want to be a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, a judge, maybe a politician, I'm sure a politician, a dentist, things of that nature, where you need a master's, you need a bachelor's diploma. You don't necessarily need to go to college. And if you do, you're going to be in debt or paying for your college in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, that's my advice for college versus no college. If you have a career that requires you to go to college, go to college. If you are passionate about art or music or cooking or just, I mean, again, I'm not in the, I can cook, but I'm not a chef. So like maybe you would want to go to college if you like culinary school or something like that. But yeah, you can. A lot of people go to college for the fun of college. Like, and you can still have fun. You can go to college parties and not go to the college. That's a finesse. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And if it doesn't, please leave a comment, ask a question. Let's discuss. Number 5 of the biggest lessons my 20s have taught me is trade/business. Find a trade that you love, start a business, create a business, create an LLC, pay your taxes, obviously, and start a business. I know people who have started landscaping businesses and painting businesses, like painting houses and businesses. I know someone who owns a pizza shop, and people open laundry mats and car washes, and there's all types of different businesses that you can open if you put your mind to it. I'm still recording because it's kind of fishy. Hopefully it's still recording. But if you put your mind to it, you can. There's all types of businesses that you can open. You can open a tattoo shop. I've owned a tattoo shop business, hair salon business, barber shop business. There's so many different things. There's so many different trades, and there's so many different businesses. Plumbing, electrician. Still live? Chat. Still recording, guys. All right, we cut out for a minute there. Technical difficulties. We'll be back. Number 6 of the 10 biggest lessons my 20s taught me is to invest. Now, you can invest in different ways. I plan on learning how to invest in my 30s. This kind of goes a little bit with the kids' lesson. They say the earlier you invest, the better. So ideally it is better to learn how to invest in your 20s. For a couple of reasons, that's like that can be unlikely. When you're in your 20s, you're a little bit less responsible. You're more responsible than you are when you're a teenager, but less responsible than you are when you're in your 30s. Also, if you end up having kids in your 20s, it does make it a little more challenging to invest because all your money is going to your bills and your kids and your groceries and so on and so forth. But if you can invest, what I did invest in my 20s, I invested in myself. Being an entrepreneur, I invested in myself. When I had a 9 to 5, I would invest in studio time or buying art supplies or funding my clothing brand. So there's those types of investments, investing in yourself if you're an entrepreneur or creative, but also investing in the stock market, stocks and bonds, and buying and selling trades and things of that nature. I haven't began investing like that yet, but I really, really want to soon, either later this year, if not next year. You just have to have enough money to cover your bills and money after that to start investing. People say that you can invest with $100, you can invest with $1,000, and so on and so forth. So I follow different investment not gurus, but investment people that are successful with investing, who give the basics, the tips on investments and the best places to invest in, and how to set up a brokerage account and a Roth IRA and the different types of accounts you can have with investing. So I would definitely suggest as early as possible, as early as financially possible, to start investing as an adult. So that brings us to 7. Number 7 of the 10 biggest lessons my 20s taught me, party culture. This kind of goes along with the significant other versus roster type deal. If you want to go to parties, go to parties. If you want to go to the club, go to the club. But be responsible and be conscious of habits forming. Not to get dark or have this video take a turn, but I know people who have fallen prey to alcoholism. I know people who have overdosed. I know people who were at the top of their class, or like just not even necessarily the top of their class. Honestly, some of the people were at the top of the class, but people who looked okay, looked like they were going to be great, have a great future in high school, but plummeted due to party culture, due to drugs, due to culture, to alcohol, and all of that. So it's like, if you want to go out to the bar or to the club or whatever, like here and there, do that. But like, don't make it be an everyday thing. Just be careful with that, because it is a slippery slope and you can end up in a bad situation because you just did it too much. You know what I mean? And if you're goal driven, it's best to not even. Like, you don't even usually, if you're goal driven, if you have goals and you have a vision for yourself and you have things that you want to accomplish, party culture should be the last place you're at. Like, everyone should experience it. You should experience parties. You should experience the club. You should experience bars. You should experience it. Have fun with it. But when it's time to lock in, it's time to lock in. You know what I mean? I think that's the best way I can put it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. So we're already at number 7. Now we're at number 8. That was number 7. This is number 8 of the 10 biggest lessons my 20s taught me. And number 8 is God. God is so important. I knew this, felt this way in my teenage years. The same thing goes for the 20s, same thing for my 30s, 40s, 50s, and so on. God is so important, and praying is so important, and talking to God is so important, whether it's because you need help with something, you need guidance, or it's to thank Him for what you have. So always include God in your life in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't mean you have to go to church. If you go to church, great. But make sure that you have a relationship with God outside of church and talk to Him on a daily basis if you can. Sometimes I get so wrapped up in my day-to-day either goals or to-do lists or planning for the future or whatever, and like just trying to get to the next level and trying to be successful, that sometimes I forget to talk to God, to thank God, and keep Him in mind, because without Him, none of this is possible and we wouldn't be here. And there are things that go wrong in life, but it's always important to keep a good relationship with God, because you never know when He's going to bless you. And again, it's important to be grateful and thankful for who you are and what you have and who you have in your life and all of that. So a relationship with God, a good relationship with God, is my number 8 as the biggest lessons my 20s have taught me. Number 9 of the 10 biggest things my 20s have taught me is self-care. Self-care is super important, especially when you deal with depression or anxiety or trauma or anything, just any like obstacles in life, difficulties in life, problems in life. Self-care is absolutely important. One thing that I heard maybe like a year or two ago was that if you're a man, getting a fresh cut, whether it be your face or your hair or whatever, is a game changer. Is a basic and easy, underrated game changer in your self-care and in your mental health. Your self-care is literally linked to your mental health. So whatever you need to do to take care of your self-care and make yourself feel good. I know that right now I need a shave, so I'll likely be getting a shave on Monday. Yeah, exercise, drinking water, try to exercise. This is something I struggle with because I'm either content creating or painting murals or with my kids or whatever. Exercise is something I kind of struggle with. I wish I had, not even necessarily had more time. I do wish I had more time to do, but it ends up being hard when you're juggling or trying to juggle so many different things. But understand that it's definitely a priority, and that's definitely part of self-care. And I'll have to get some weights for the new place so I can lift and do some crunches, all that good stuff. I gotta get my bike from the old place because that was my favorite form of exercise. Oh my God, I found a basketball court around here, because that used to be my favorite form of exercise when I was a teenager. But yeah, exercise, drinking water, spending time with family or friends. If you have family or friends, another form of self-care should be. But yeah, self-care is super important, and that's why it is the number 9 of 10 of the biggest lessons my 20s have taught me. So take care of yourself and your mental health, your brain, your confidence, your demeanor, everything will thank you for it. And that brings us to number 10. We got all the way to number 10. Number 10 of the 10 biggest lessons my 20s taught me is gratitude / be a good person. I feel like in this, not even in this generation, in this society, in this world we live in, that is such an overlooked and easy, underrated, underestimated thing that we could do better. We as people could be better people as a whole, as a majority. I feel like not everyone is an asshole or a dirtbag or whatever, but I feel like because of our leadership especially in America, people are more comfortable being their worst selves. In my opinion, it's important to be grateful and humble and to be a good person. The smallest, holding the door open for somebody, complimenting someone's outfit or hair or appearance or something literally goes such a long way. Being polite, these are all the so small things that can make someone else's day and also make you a good person in the process. So I don't know. The world, life is hard. The world is filled with ugly people and situations and whatnot. Just as if you take nothing else from this video, don't be a part of the ugly. Don't be a part of the ugly community, the ugly people. Don't be the weirdos in the comments commenting negativity, or making negative posts. It's much more rewarding to your life to be a good person and try to be good and try to spread good and try to give back or uplift than it is to spread hatred. You know what I mean? And it's not to say that you can't have your opinion or opinions can differ, but have respect for people. Try to have an open mind. Try to see other people's perspectives. Meditate. It's so easy. It's easy to be a bad person. It's easy to be an ugly person. It's easy to just spew hatred. It's easy to just say negative things, and especially online on the internet. It's much harder and rewarding to be the best person you can be in whatever facet that may be. Whether you're a boy, whether you're a girl, whether you're they, them, whether you're a man, a woman, they, them, whether you're a father or a mother. The world benefits. If everyone tried to be a good person, the world would be so much more a better place. So do your best at life. Do your best to be a good person. And I guarantee you that will help with you doing better in life. You know what I mean? Not only will you be rewarded for yourself, but the universe also rewards that. In your career or in your job, it will be noticed and rewarded. And even if it's not noticed, do it for yourself and do it for good karma. And just do it because that's what the world needs. The world needs more people that are trying to do good things and be positive than they need more people doing negative or bad or whatever. You know what I mean? I really, really hope that makes sense. If not, leave a comment. Ask me a question. Ask me a question for clarity. If this video was helpful, those are the 10 of the biggest lessons my 20s have taught me. If this video was helpful, let me know in the comments. If there's another type of advice video that you might want to see from me, let me know in the comments. I'll make one. I hope this helps. Hope this helps somebody. If this helps one person, that's a win. So 10 of the biggest lessons my 20s have taught me. Make sure you subscribe. I appreciate you if you watched this far.
Hey, if you guys like this video, make sure you check out these videos where we talk more about music, dating, and real life situations. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Make sure you check out these videos and make sure you subscribe. Peace.